Oro Valley got into the golf business with a December 2014 Town Council decision to buy the El Conquistador Country Club, restaurant, and golf operations. They decided this just 2 weeks after telling the public about this bargain deal. On a 4-3 vote, Mayor Hiremath and council members Hornat, Waters, and Snyder voted to purchase 3 golf courses that were already losing $1.5 million a year. That's 2 18-hole courses on La Cañada Drive and a 9-hole course next to the Hilton Resort on Oracle Road. They justified the purchase by saying that the town residents wanted a multi-use recreation center and that the country club facilities would be a turnkey community center. So they purchased the properties from their largest campaign contributor, HSL owner Humberto Lopez, for $1 million. Extensive repairs were required to the courses and the 1980s country club building. So council approved a half-cent sales tax to cover early year golf losses and to repair and upgrade the acquired assets. Despite resident protests, the deal closed in May of 2015 and immediately became a financial drag on Oro Valley. Losses have exceeded $2.5 million for each of the last 2 years, with losses of $2.3 million budgeted for this fiscal year. By June 2017, the town had already lost $5.7 million in golf and restaurant operations, or $200,000 per month. When this budget year ends in June 2018, the total losses are projected to be $8 million. These excessive losses are 4 times the original town forecast, so the sales tax revenue doesn't even cover the operational expenses, much less the required repairs. In 2017, the council commissioned a $50,000 study by the National Golf Foundation and the WLB Group, another campaign contributor. The study's purpose was to evaluate the town's golf facilities, course management, competitive landscape, and recommend actions the town should take to reduce the unsustainable losses. The National Golf Foundation presented their results to council in a July 2017 special meeting. It was not acted upon at the time, as the town was focused on the $17 million bond and property tax for Naranja Park. The council will take up the study options in early 2018. The options aren't good. Every one of them costs several $1 million, including the option of closing the courses. Why? The main reason is the decline of golf nationally. Pima County just accepted the donation of a defunct Green Valley golf course for conversion to a natural desert park. Tucson public courses have suffered a 25% decline in play since 2008. In fact, the Tucson golf market has a 50% overcapacity. Golfers have many public and private golf choices in northwest Tucson. 9 other courses are within 6 miles of the town's properties. Oro Valley's golf operation suffers from its rambling layout of the courses and excessive irrigation costs caused by a leaking, outdated system. Troon, the golf management company, reported that each 18-hole course uses 300,000 gallons of water per day. In addition, all sand traps require rebuilding, along with worn-out greens, tees, and cart paths. According to the study, golf members have no interest in changing this country club model, and little enthusiasm for reducing the number of golf holes to lower irrigation and maintenance costs. This sentiment is consistent with comments heard at the invitation-only meetings held by the town manager. The study recommended 4 options. The first option is to retain the 36-hole layout of the existing 2 courses on La Cañada Drive and invest $5.2 million to repair them. Losses would be reduced due to improved irrigation and a smaller area to water. Improvements in the facilities are forecasted to generate increased revenue, but this option does not address the overcapacity in the market. Option A costs $5.2 million, and we continue to suffer an annual loss of $1.4 million. Option B reduces the 36 holes to 27 holes and has 3 separate 9-hole play options. 32 acres are freed up for other purposes. The course will still have excess capacity versus the demand from club members, resort guests, and daily public play. Option B costs $4.6 million, and we continue to suffer an annual loss of $1 million. Option C reduces the 36-hole layout to an 18-hole layout. This reduces the overcapacity to a level supported by members, resort guests, and open daily play. This option dramatically reduces irrigation requirements, operating costs, and it frees up 83 acres. The study projects greater losses based on an assumption that more members would drop out with only 18 holes available. This assumption is questionable since many members live adjacent to the courses and own their own golf carts. Option C costs $4.2 million, and we continue to suffer an annual loss of $1.3 million. Option D proposes closing both golf courses on La Cañada and turning the course area into a town greenbelt park and pathway with neighborhood dog parks, putting greens, and other passive recreation. The cost to remove the turf and change to a desert landscape is projected to be $3 million and will require ongoing town park maintenance. However, this is the only option that realistically addresses the generational decline in golfing. In addition, town surveys indicated a majority of residents desire a large town greenbelt park that could be created if the golf courses were closed. The study further recommended that the Push Ridge 9-hole course at the Hilton Resort be configured to a 12-hole Dirty Dozen par 3 to reduce irrigation costs. This action will cost Oro Valley another $3 million and was well received by HSL because it benefits the Hilton Resort while the town bears all the costs. Surprised you've never heard about the National Golf Foundation study and recommendations? That's by design. Meanwhile, club members and adjacent neighborhoods have attended 3 invitation-only meetings hosted by the town so they could provide input. How's that for transparency? It gets worse. Since the council heard the study recommendations in July when many residents were out of town, they can vote to approve doubling down to retain the courses before the majority of residents ever learn about it. Does that sound like how they approved the golf course purchase in 2014? Did you see any town press releases about the study options? Can you find it on the town website? Why so secretive? Or does council want to commit millions of additional dollars on golf without an open discussion again? Now that you've learned the facts, go to the council meeting, but be forewarned. You'll only get 3 minutes to express your opinion. The total costs of this bargain deal are staggering. To get a community center that doesn't meet town needs, Mayor Hiremath and council members Hornat, Snyder, and Waters spent $1 million and got Oro Valley into the country club business. This decision will cost the town $17 million over the first 10 years of ownership. That's if we exit the golf business and turn the courses into greenway parks where the public can walk, bike, and enjoy the natural environment. Compare that to options A, B, or C for staying in the golf business, all of which will cost between $28 to $30 million over the first 10-year period, including the losses to date, new investments, losses during reconfiguration, investments to the community center, and continuing annual losses of $1 million or more every year thereafter. On top of that, add another $3 million if the town reconfigures the Push Ridge course for Hilton guests. So, those are the facts. If you were on the Oro Valley Town Council, what would you do? Double down and invest millions more in this losing venture, or cut your losses at $17 million? That's what we decided as well. Tell the town council to get out of the golf business now.